Okay guys, welcome back to the Nihongoji YouTube channel. Today, we're talking dating, relationships in Japan. In fact, I'm gonna share some of my experiences after coming to Japan. I've been here for 8 years, but ooh, man, I gotta tell you, there are some things that shocked me, surprised me, and absolutely kind of blew my mind when I had my first few dating experiences in Japan. I'll tell you all about that in today's video. Let's get started. So the first thing that I would say shocked me was really the order that you date in Japan. Like, to put it another way, I feel like in the States at least, when you are interested in someone and things are going well, then you would go on several dates, right? You would go on several dates and you spend a lot of time together, and after a certain amount of time has passed, I would say quite a rather long time, then that's when you finally decide to become official, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, just become partners. But I feel like the time that you spend dating before becoming partners is rather long. Whereas in Japan, even recently my friends were telling me about like, 3回目のデートで付き合うんだよね. Basically being like, in Japan, you go on a date with someone, okay, you're good. Second time, go on a date, and on the third date, that's basically when you have to start dating. Not have to start dating the person, but it's normal to basically start dating the person you've been seeing after 3 dates in Japan. And that kind of blew me away because it always felt like people seem to start dating or becoming official so fast after they went on a couple dates. And to me, that really blew my mind because to me, before becoming long-term partners with someone, it feels like you'd at least want to get to know them better. How can you know someone's real personality or what they're really like, or if you enjoy spending extended periods of time with them if you've only been on a few, not superficial, but a few quick dates with them? It just never really made sense to me. I mean, even with the physical side too, how are you supposed to know if you have either good chemistry, if you're a match for each other, if you've only been on like 2-3 simple dinner dates or something like that? So that was hard for me to wrap my head around. Yeah, in Japan, it's more become a couple first, and then you can start dating more long-term, like going on more dates, going on trips together, spending more time together. So it's just that the order is different. And while it did shock me at first, now I feel like, okay, it's basically the same thing, but the order is reversed. Japan, become a couple first, date later. In the US, it's more date longer, more at first, and then become a couple. Just cultural differences, and something that you'll maybe have to be aware of or get used to if you start dating in Japan. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is PDA. That's right, PDA. And I don't mean overdone PDA. I don't mean like going absolutely, all French on each other or whatever that means. But just to give you a quick story, when I first came to Japan and I was living in the countryside and I was dating this girl from the countryside, at one point, we were going on a nice date together. We were outside somewhere, and I just wanted to hold hands. Hold hands since we've been dating for a while, just because I thought it'd be nice. And at that point, she didn't get pissed at me or anything, but she's like, "Oh, not here, not here. I don't want to hold hands." And I was like, "What? You don't want to hold hands, or you can't hold hands?" And she's like, "No, we can't. We can't hold hands when we're outside." I kid you not, I was about to not blow, but I was really shocked. I was like, "Wait, what do you mean we can't hold hands? We've been dating for a while now. What do you mean we can't hold hands?" And that just absolutely blew my mind. I feel like I started, messaging my friends and calling my family and talking to my sister, being like, "Hey, okay, so my girlfriend who I've been dating for like a year at least, doesn't want to or can't hold hands outside Japan." And that really, maybe got me more flustered than it should have, but it's just holding hands in public was something that was so natural to me and in my culture, and my mother's French, and PDA might be more accepted in France. I don't know, but it just seemed like holding hands was something so basic that it just kind of really shocked me that we couldn't even do that. But just to give you a little more context, not everything is black and white, and I understand now more after having lived in Japan for 8 years why that was the case. It's just that there's a lot of social pressure in Japan, and we were living in the countryside, so holding hands maybe in a smaller town, it could get people talking, especially if everyone knows each other and everyone knows your family and everything. So you didn't want to be the odd Japanese out just dating a foreigner in that small place. I kind of get it, and I wish I'd been just more aware of that at the time so I could accept it more, I would say. But meanwhile, if you're in Tokyo or in a bigger city, that is way more accepted and way easier to do. But I've definitely become shyer and more Japanese, like I would say. So I definitely wouldn't do as much PDA here as I would if I was living in the States or in Europe, for example, probably. But who knows? It's also bigger cities and small cities kind of thing. It's gonna be different. What do you think about PDA? Let me know in the comments below. All right, the next thing I would have to say is Christmas season. I have to say Christmas is my favorite holiday because I have so many good memories about growing up and spending, a ton of amazing time with my family and all the traditions and gift giving and just the holiday cheer and the Christmas music and everything. I love the whole vibe, right? But coming to Japan, Christmas is really nice here as well. You got a lot of illuminations that go up, a lot of places that are beautifully lit, a lot of Christmas themed decorations and shows and events. But, and this is a big but, Christmas in Japan is a couple's holiday. You do not spend it with your family. And that was a big problem for me because, okay, we're 6 people in our family. There's a lot of people that I want to go see, that I want to go meet and spend time with. And Christmas season, New Year's season, that's one of the only times when you can take an extended leave from work and, take the time to actually go back abroad, back to your hometown, back to my hometown in LA and actually spend time with my family, especially since we're so far apart. But no, because if you're dating in Japan, then that kind of equates to ditching your partner because everyone else in Japan who's currently dating will be spending Christmas season with their partner and taking cute pictures together and making great memories there. So your partner will definitely be feeling left out, especially if they're Japanese. And so that kind of left me having to weigh, okay, which one do I want to prioritize more? My family who I've been with since birth, or my girlfriend who maybe, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years? Who knows? It was not easy. And over the years, there was COVID too. I feel like 50% of the time I've spent Christmas in Japan with my partner at the time, and the other 50% of the time I've gone home to visit my family. More often than not, I'd say I spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day here in Japan. And then maybe I would go back home when tickets were maybe slightly cheaper, maybe like in January or so, if I could still take time off work during that time. So it was never an easy equation, but I made it this far. And I just want you to know, Christmas is a couple's holiday. So if you're coming to Japan and you're dating someone Japanese, keep that in mind. I mean, the ideal thing for me would be to bring my partner and maybe go spend Christmas together with my family, but that's not always realistic for a variety of reasons. I'm not gonna get into that now. All right, moving on. My next huge issue was that coming to Japan, even in Tokyo where people say that people are colder, I don't know. But coming from LA, I feel like most Japanese people, the grand majority, 99% of Japanese people are all super freaking nice. I guess it's in the culture, I don't know, but I just feel people here, even in Tokyo, are super nice. And so imagine my surprise when I was dating, many years back, and I was just having a good time going on a date with my girlfriend, and it was good. And she's not talking too much, but I just imagine that she's tired. Maybe it's a bit hot outside, whatever. We've been out for a long time until the explosion comes out of nowhere. And I just realized that she's been mad, irritated, or just fuming about something for a little while now. It's been simmering and the pressure has been boiling up, and now it exploded, and she lets it out that she was actually feeling angry about something that I said, I did, something we miscommunicated about. And the crazy thing is, I never even noticed that she was pissed at all. Like, at all. And I have to say the biggest reason for this is that the social cues we give off as humans are totally different based on your culture. So when someone's like kind of mad in Japan, the body language that they'll use to give off those cues are totally different from those that people would give in the US where I'm from. So basically, I could not understand that my girlfriend was ever mad, and that led to my girlfriend at the time getting more irritated than she should have just because I couldn't tell. So I'm just going about my day all happily like, yeah, isn't this great? We're having a great time. And all of a sudden I get hit with, boom, a sledgehammer on my face, and I'm like, what? You've been feeling this whole time. Let me know earlier. You've been feeling this the whole time? That's just one of the harder obstacles between, dating internationally and cross-culturally, is that they really don't teach you this in textbooks, but you have to learn to pick up on the social cues. You have to learn to read the body language. You have to learn the language really well so you can communicate with your partner and have the best relationship possible. Because not only was it me feeling like I'd been hit by a sledgehammer because I didn't know that my girlfriend was feeling this way until things reached a boiling point, but it was also my girlfriend feeling like I was, making fun of her or treating her feelings lightly just because I was going about my day happily as if nothing was wrong, because I didn't know anything was wrong. And so that leads me now to be very clear. Even though I've become much better at picking up on Japanese social cues, I still tell potential partners, I can speak Japanese pretty well, but please do not think for a second that I am fully Japanese yet. Please, if you ever feel anything positive or negative, please try to communicate that to me with words, because otherwise I can't really. No guarantees that I'll pick up on it. And yeah. So that's all I'm gonna leave you with today. Dating in Japan. it's totally different. And there are many more. I can't even tell you the amount of times where I had friends come to Japan, move to Japan, and them asking me for relationship advice because of something that happened between them and their partner. And I have to explain to them, oh, you know, there's these cultural differences and maybe the way you said this, even though in English it would sound fine, in Japanese it sounds kind of loaded and whatever. I've been a relationship therapist and I've gained a lot of experience just living here in Japan for more than 8 years now. So that's in part what I want to do on this channel. Of course, we're going to study not just Japanese, but teach you about Japan's quirks and culture that you couldn't really learn in a textbook. So if you enjoyed this video, learned something, maybe found it was funny, please hit that like button, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought, let me know if you've had a similar experience, or if you had a crazy experience living abroad and dating someone there where your cultures were very different. I don't know. I want to hear all your crazy stories. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.